And we start with the blue hour processing for the first shot of the day. Cloud cover was quite extensive at this point, letting little light in and with a blanket of clouds right above my head. I was very lucky to come out with this one. Fortunately, the clouds were moving quite fast and the sky opened up not long after. Good morning, everyone. Here we are in another beautiful sunrise. This time the colors are really popping on the horizon, as you can see. It's promising to be very nice. Hopefully there's going to be a little bit more. Oh, you can even see the island, one of the islands on the foreground, on the background. Can you see it? Maybe. Anyway, so I came here this morning. It was promising that it was going to be a nice sunrise, red skies. So then I decided to go first to the mountain behind me. But as you can see, it's completely covered. And then the second place was then this spot that you've seen before. I'm going to put the video up here somewhere. But it's a spot that I'm always trying to get this shot, because the conditions change so much. The clouds and the sky can change dramatically here from a moment to moment. As you can see now, it's pretty clear down the valley, but on the horizon there is this purplish pink hue to it. So far conditions are really good. It started raining a little bit, but then it vanished really quickly, and then it's a bit chilly, it's a bit windy, but nothing that this beautiful sunrise can't warm me up with, right? I'm shooting with the A7R4. I'm doing a time lapse right now, and the A7R3 down here. One has the R4 has the 24 to 105, and the R3 has the 21mm. So now I need to go back to check on the cameras and see what I got, and then we talk soon. Very slowly the sun started pouring over the valley. Quite timidly at first, with a soft light that is made even softer thanks to the averaging of the images in the time-lapse. To get this smoothing in the clouds, around 200 images were averaged in post. A lot of time spent to get this dreamy look. Thinking I could improve the shot a bit more, and after seeing how the averaging looked, I decided to process the same scene and light, but with one image instead of many. I much prefer this version to the previous one, since it's clearer and the sky is less distracting. Which one do you guys prefer? Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a video showing the process. Oh my god, check it out, what's happening. Oh wow. Damn, the sky is really blowing up with colors now. It's great, it's great. So I have to say I'm really happy. I have to say I'm really happy to have come here. Oh, even here there is some interesting patterns going on. But yeah, let me get back to it a little bit more, and then we talk very soon again, so I can explain the composition and what I had in mind. So yeah, talk to you soon. And we have a sun star. I had to rush a little bit here to get it, since in this location the sun star is only visible for a brief period before the sun hides behind the mountains once again. I decided to time-lapse my way to a smooth sky once again, to get those silky clouds, but this time the end result pleased me much more than the previous one. And the final result and processing puts this photo on the top 3 of this location for me. Oh yeah, there are more photos coming up later in the video. Wow, it's so clear this morning. I mean, not on the horizon because of the clouds, but damn, it's so pretty, so pretty. Once I came here, there were some clouds down the valley, and maybe one day I'm gonna post these photos, but it was amazing as well, because there was it was really clear on the horizon, then clouds in the clouds in the clouds in the valley. It was really clear on the horizon, clouds in the valley, and then it was amazing as well, sunrise. But I was not vlogging back then, so then you know, what are you gonna do? Today it's very much up to that stage, because it was really pretty. There is still some colors. I'm still trying to catch some stuff left, but the peak of the pink and the red hues, they are kind of over now. Anyway, so then let me try to explain to you the composition. With the R4 and the 24-105, as I said, I'm shooting 35mm, and then I have it like on the vertical I have in portrait orientation, and so then there is this first column of hills that kind of gives the foreground with the trees. So I'm gonna try to make some of the trees a little bit more apparent, because it's quite dark. There is a lot of contrast in this scene for both cameras. And then this has as I said before, there is these two mountains that then these two mountains here, with this one in the middle, they kind of give this middle ground, but everything flows to it, right? And then in the background, just a beautiful sky with the sea and the clouds. And I'm not very sure about this one, but the classic one is the landscape, which is in the R3 now. And I have the 21mm here, the Zeiss 21mm. And in this one, it's more or less the same. The hills on the side are providing this funnel through the middle of the valley until the background, which is the mountains and the sea and the clouds. And yeah, it's gonna be, I think this one is gonna be really pretty, because I managed to get a sunburst, which is one of my favorites in this area. I never got it from this side. Usually I got it from the top of this mountain here, but not from this side here, which is something that I really like. Whenever I can, I try to incorporate a little bit of sunburst. Can be a little bit distracting at times depending on the shot, but I think it's going to work well here, because it leads the eye to the colors and to the sky as well. But now I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll try to find some other compositions, because as you can see here, the colors are practically gone on this side. And I'm hoping that behind me, when the sun shines through the clouds, that gets some shapes on these mountains here. But if not, then maybe it might be a short video, short but sweet, because when the colors came, they really blew up, and then came so fast, and then it's basically gone. But it was a nice moment. I'm glad to be here. It's really cold. In the car it was saying +9, and as you can see I'm pretty well dressed, but the wind just doesn't stop, and as you can see, even my glasses are getting foggy when I speak. But I will try to find other compositions now, trying to still to find interesting moments that can be had. Always trying to milk the location for what they offer, and yeah, I will continue here and let's see what I find. Right? And for the last time, the smooth sky processing for this composition. The change from golden hour to daylight is on display through the time lapse. Let me know which one of the three is the most balanced composition and post-processing. I'm actually very curious to find out what you think. The portrait version ended up very nicely as well. After so many epic landscape orientation shots, a tighter portrait goes down very well. I was curious how this would look like in black and white. While the color shots are wonderful, they can also be a bit distracting, since it's easier to concentrate only on the colors. This orientation being much less cluttered composition, I decided to give another shot in black and white. And so what I wish that it would happen, that the sun would shine through the clouds a little bit towards the mountain. It's happening, as you can see. The light is very nice. It's giving some colors actually to the clouds up there, which was not a moment ago, so it's changing quite fast. I managed to get the shot actually that I wanted. There is this valley and these creeks in the middle. They are so beautiful. They give these shades and patterns. Like it's not something like, okay, it's not epic like the previous scene. Oh, this is quite dark. Oh, it's not quite as epic and as like colorful and everything like, as the previous shot, but I like the shapes and I like the clouds, and yeah, I like the shot and I always wanted it, so I think it might lead to a very nice black and white, and because look at the shapes, and the light gives such nice contours to the mountain and to the valley, and there is this valley in the middle that leads towards the mountain. There is a path towards the mountains, and because the sky has quite a lot of clouds, I'm trying to cut a little bit because it's just white on the top, but there is some texture still. You can see how high the things are, and then oh, it's changing again. Wow, damn, it's really pretty. Because now the light is shining on this side here. It's because this camera is too bright, so then it gives the idea that it's so bright. But let me give more or less the idea on how the scene is. Yeah, so you see the light here on the sides. Then it creates this like darkness in the middle here. This is really interesting pattern, and the light is moving from side to side. It was on the mountain on the left now. Oh, let me readjust this. Yeah, so then when the light is changing like this, you know what I do? Just add a time lapse to it and let the camera do its thing. Yeah, it's gonna be many files for you to sit through, but that's what winters are for you to stay a long time in front of the computer when it's dark and dreary and not so interesting outside. Okay, so then now the light is moving a little bit, it's not shining so much anymore. So I will create a video so that you can see exactly what I meant. But it's not over here. There is still more interesting spots that I would like to explore. This is on the top of a viewpoint, so there is just so much that you can do here, walk around and find new things. But because it's a valley, because there is so many mountains, and there is the light the light shines in such a different way. And now it's a little bit in the foreground. That's what I'm talking about. Then, you know, you can just pick and choose what you want and just wait a bit, because conditions will change, and then you have a completely different shot. I brought my 100 to 400, but I'm not sure if I'm going to fire that baby up, because yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe waiting a little bit. I took some drone shots from here that were amazing. Like, I think you've seen the video already, but I'm really happy that I got those colors, because the last times that I've been here, they were not so interesting. I try to come many times to the same spot. I enjoy coming to the same spot many times, and as long as it's different, right? As long as the conditions provide different moods and different photographs, why not? So I'm here in the spring. It would be awesome to come here in the autumn and then see the change in colors of the trees. But not sure if it happens very much here in Madeira, that there is too much autumn colors. It's mostly a island that is made for spring, like the Canary Islands. But anyway, let me go back here and try to find out what I got, and then we will continue shooting, because why not? See you soon. This is not working. Woo, it's super chilly. So, what I mentioned before, I brought out the big guns. Boom, boom. And now I'm shooting this group of islands on the horizon, and it's quite pretty, because it's very pastel-like, very painterly. The colors are very soft, and some clouds. I'm capturing some clouds, and because on the upper clouds they might not be that interesting. I might change so I'm framing the shot very tight on the islands, and it's a fairly simple shot, just the islands in the middle and some foreground for the water, and then the clouds on the top. But what interests me is that on one side is very blue, and on the other side is very yellow. And yeah, it's this. I think it's gonna be very, very soft processing, because this is what brought my eye to it. And first time that I'm seeing these islands from this location. It's usually it's covered. That's nice. I think I will change the orientation of the shot right now to see if I can get a portrait one, because I'm shooting landscape. And I am around 250 millimeters, so imagine how far these things are. So yeah, let me change this orientation of the shot, and then I get back to you. And I'm back. So I changed to portrait now, because I also wanted to get some of the clouds that are on the top of the island. You see these puffy ones here, and they're a little bit layered. I think they're nice looking clouds. And the colors are the same, usually more pastelish. The blue from the left side, it's vanishing a little bit, but the yellows on the right side, yeah, a little bit also off, but I think you can, Photoshop them a bit. But what's gonna be interesting in the processing of this shot, it's actually that there is some of this foreground hill and one of these hills that frame the shot later on. They are a bit on the photograph. So what I need to do is clone it out, or I don't know, content aware fill in Photoshop maybe, and I can put the raw file here for you to see what I mean. It's a bit distracting. It's a lot distracting actually, because there is just these pieces of land getting inside of the shot. But yeah, but otherwise the composition is really nice, because I'm framing the islands on the bottom third of the shot, and then on the upper 2/3 I have clouds, so there is a lot of space, and yeah, less tight, more room to breathe, so to speak, than the other shot. But there is quite nice little birds here playing around close to my backpack. You see? This is also a bird. How do you say it? Bird watching spot. Bird watching spot. Yeah, well, let me see. I will continue shooting here, and then see if I can find another shot from this location, because it's just so pretty and the conditions are perfect today. So yeah, let's go back to it. Right, and I think with this we come to the end of today. I'm not sure what else I can take from this location. The skies are graying. The skies are graying out very rapidly, and the light is also getting very soft and diffuse. Maybe going to a forest walk, and as you can see, there is enough forest to walk in. Yeah, this place is just outstanding. I love it here. But yeah, it's been an interesting day. I almost went home, and then decided on the way back that I should give it a try, because it was not looking very promising, at least on the previous spot that I was. The clouds, it was too foggy, too cloudy. I didn't even get out of the car because I knew that it was not going to be nice. So then I came here half hoping that it would be a nice sunrise, but didn't have much expectations actually, even though the weather app was saying that it was going to be, the conditions would be very nice. But I have to say that recently I haven't been reading that weather app very correctly, so I came here, like as you can see, there was not so much intro, and then things just started happening, and then I got a very nice sunrise, beautiful, like well worth it waking up at 4:50 in the morning to do all of this. And it's now 8 o'clock in the morning. The wind died down a little bit more. It was so cold, so cold. It's still very cold, but my hands are almost not working anymore. But yeah, the shoot was spectacular. The conditions were very nice, and exactly what I wanted. I've been failing in getting a nice sunrise for many days now, and then you know, like you get into this cycle of why bother, you know, like I'm gonna hike for like, I don't know, 20-30 minutes, not this location but some places, like 20-30 minutes, wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I could be in my bed, get a cup of coffee, stay with the wife and the kids and the kid, my new kid, but yeah, it was worth the effort, and missing all of the other nice things. So I guess now it's time to go back home, get a cup of coffee, and enjoy the rest of the day, maybe if I don't find another location here to go shooting, which is the forest, right? But yeah, thanks for watching, and stick around a little bit. I can show the processed photos after this. And thanks for the time, and it was a very nice day. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Bye.